Hi folks, it's nice to be out again. I'm back on the new permission. It's extremely sticky and claggy, as you'd expect, but I'm on the lower part of a slope. I am actually heading in that direction to the corner of the field, because the person who actually got me the permission here mentioned that there's another field at the far side there which might be worth trying, so yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. I've had a bullet so far, and a couple of bits of lead, that's all really. Up until now anyway. 18 signal, and we've got something half reasonable. I haven't been here too long, I've only been here about half an hour I would say. So we seem to have our first coin. So here's the hole, full of water now actually, but it's about 7 inches deep probably. And there's the coin. I think it's a copper coin. I'm not sure, but I think that's Victoria. But I'll have to double check that later on. So if it's a copper coin in Victoria, possibly a farthing I would say. I'm not sure, the back looks a bit strange though. Not that I can see an awful lot on it right at this moment. I'm not even sure which way up it goes. I don't know, it's a copper coin of some sorts anyway. I think it's Victoria, I can't think who else it would be. Well, it's one of them. Well, here's the other field that I mentioned. Very, very wet. Now, as you can see, it's on a fair old slope. It just slopes this way, and leads down to the grass field at the bottom end there. And there's a stream at the bottom, or a beck. I don't know, I can't imagine it would have had much activity really in the past, but who knows. That's another permission of mine at the far end, at the opposite side of the hedge there. I think he's got something growing in there at the moment. I'll have to check that out actually. Not today, but yeah, so well, I'll give it a go along here, and we'll see if we can find anything. Well, first signal in the field. I'm only about 20 yards from the entrance. And we've got silver. First bit of silver of the day. Possibly the only bit of silver of the day. I think we've got a luck token actually. Let's show you this. Let's just angle you down a bit. Now I'll have to move that, it's in the shade. They're only about 8 inches deep I think. I think it's a shilling actually. Don't know who, because it's still in the clump. Who's it going to be? Carefully does it. Oops. There might not be any bust left. Oh, what have I done with that now? Right, I found it again. No, I can't see anything on that. But I think it's a shilling. There's some detail left in the back. Sorry about the focusing issues here. Yeah, there's something on it. Yeah, I'm happy with that either way. No, I can't see diddly squat really. Okay. So just over there was where I had the little silver coin up. I think actually it's probably a sixpence. I think it's too small for a shilling. I think think I know by now, but anyway, not to worry. So I thought I'd stay on this higher bit of ground first of all, because it is very, as I've already mentioned, it's very wet and sort of clay-like as well. And we just had a 13 signal. It was actually just there, just below the surface, and this is what I just found. Get some light on it. I'll just move it around a bit. A nice little buckle. I'm not sure what that would have been off, but it appears to be pretty much complete. So I'm guessing that's going to be probably mid to late 1700s. But that's a nice little find. Yeah, quite happy with that. Quite happy with anything decent, really. I'm tempted to work my way down towards the grass, just at the bottom of this slope there. I think it's going to be very sticky, but I'm going to go over it. It's going to be easier walking, that's for sure. In all fairness, I'm not really expecting to find much down there. Obviously, over the years, soil tends to move downhill, doesn't it? And if there is anything in the ground there, it's going to be probably fairly deep, I would imagine. But I'll still give it a go. Right, down on the grassy area. I've only had one signal so far, but I've only been here a few minutes, and that turned out to be a modern barrel lock. Apologies if I'm coughing a bit on my throat, sounds a bit funny, but me and my wife are just getting over a nasty chest infection over Christmas, which was not fantastic, but we're much better now. Let's show you some of the scenery down here. Here we are down by the stream. Plenty of water in there at the moment, but we've had so much rain, haven't we? That was the field I was in a little while ago at the top there. And I found the sixpence just in this field, at the top of this grass area through there. It's a lovely location. Let's see if we can find something else. Right, folks, this is day 2, because yesterday, when I was here previously, I got rained off, and it was so sticky down there as well. Right, we've had a find down here. It was reading 20s up to 30s. It was bouncing around something rotten. It actually had a button just in the same hole, well, slightly higher up. This is 9 inches deep now, and there we go. We've got a steel yard weight with a part of the suspension loop on it, iron loop. This is the same part of the field where I had a couple of spindle whorls from previously on the first visit. I don't know if it could be Roman, but of course it could be later, I suppose, as well. I don't really know. I'll have to put that on the scales later and see what it actually weighs. But yeah, I think there's a fair chance that could be Roman. I've had a couple of Roman potsherds from this area too, but no Roman coin finds, or no metal Roman finds apart from lead. So, I've been gridding it in this direction, up and down here. I've already gridded a fair bit of that corner of the field the last time I was here. I'm not finding an awful lot. I've had a few finds, but it's bits of scraps of lead or buttons. I've had a few buttons today actually. But I have just had a nice little find down here. It's not very deep, probably 5 inches, maybe 6 inches. This was a nice loud 21 signal, and we've got a lovely buckle, part of the pin remaining. I think these are 1600s, maybe late 1600s, but I could be wrong on that. It was a really high-pitched signal, which surprised me. So it's probably got a fair bit of copper in that, I would imagine. Yeah. Nice. That's an 18 signal. I thought it was time for a live dig, so I'll give it a try. Could easily be a button, could be a big shotty, it might be a coin, could be a bit of lead, could be anything really, could be anything. The numbers are a bit more jumpy now, I don't like that. Let's bring it over to you. Oh, I can see it. Flat lead, curse of the live dig. Right, we've had a find. The numbers range from sort of 17 up to about 20. It was actually a surface find. I've got a thimble. It is split, unfortunately, but it's still quite a nice one. I think it looks fairly old, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what you think. So it was actually just on the surface pretty much. There's the split. But that's, I don't know, is it a beehive thimble? It looks like one, to me anyway. I have had one before, but these dimples are all sort of rising in one direction, and these don't appear to be. And the top on this looks a bit different to the previous one as well, I think. It's been a while since I last saw it. It could be fairly old, that. I'll have to do some research, but of course if any of you folks can give me an idea and age, I'd really appreciate it. I don't know, I'm sort of thinking, could it be 1500s? Maybe a bit later, maybe 1600s, I'm not too sure. Hi folks, thanks for joining me for the roundup, very good of you. Right, we've got a few pot sherds from the 2 days out detecting. Can't really put a date on these, I'm not sure what age they're going to be. So if any of you folks out there are more clued up than I am, probably probably most of you, I'd love to know what you think. I thought that was Roman at first. It looks dark on the inside, but it seems to have some green glaze on the outside, so I think it's quite possibly medieval. That's quite heavily abraded, plough damage. I think that could be Roman, not too sure. That gave us a signal. It looks like a bit like a rivet, but it looks like it's got some age to it, so I'm not sure what it was. I just thought I'd show you in case anybody might just happen to recognise it. Another item, we didn't have a clue what it was. It's not lead, but it feels to be some sort of, I don't know, I suppose it could be pewter or could be something more modern that I'm not aware of. So we had quite a few buttons from the hunts, far too many for my liking. That's a lead button there. Probably got a bit of age to it. Seems a strange material to make buttons out of, doesn't it really? Badly damaged, of course. I think that might be post-medieval, I'm not sure really. A pistol ball there. On to the other bits and pieces. This one, don't think I videoed this. I actually thought it was a button at first, but I'm pretty sure it was a coin of some sorts, badly corroded. I was thinking along the lines of possibly a Georgian coin, but it doesn't match the sizes. It's too big for a farthing and too small for a halfpenny, so not too sure. It does match the size of a Queen Victoria halfpenny, which is a bit odd because if that's Victorian, it's really badly corroded. But I guess it could be. Had a Victoria penny there, got some damage to it, but otherwise it would have been quite a nice coin, that. 1882. This one, which I thought was a coin, isn't. It's actually a medallion or a pendant. Victoria, Queen of Great Britain. It is made out of copper. It might have had a bit of silvering to it, I'm not too sure really, but I have been over it with one of those cleaning pencils and some aluminium foil as well. But I can't quite make out the back. I can make out a bit of it, the date. I think it says May 1819, which is when Victoria was born, but I'm afraid I can't make out the rest of the text. There's two figures on the back there. I presume that's Victoria on the left, sitting down, and on the right, I'm not sure. I don't know, could it have been Prince Albert? I really don't know. I've seen quite a few medallions online, but nothing the same as this, which is frustrating really, but never mind. The little love token there, William III, it's a sixpence, not a shilling, I should know by now. And that's going to date from the very late 1600s to sort of 1700-ish. But lovely to find. And nice to still have a bit of detail on it as well. Little buckle there. There's a garter buckle. That's going to be 1720, 1790. Oh, I've forgotten to clean this one. Not to worry. This one is a spur buckle from around about 1650. Some sort of alloy. Quite nice, that. Now the lead weight. Could be Roman, but it could also be medieval, so I'm not 100% sure what to say for that one really. It weighs 210 grams, but I don't know how that would convert to old weight systems really. So quite possibly Roman, but I can't say for sure. Could also be medieval. The thimble, damaged sadly. I'm going to focus, there we go. Beehive thimble. And that dates from 1300 to 1500. So even though it's damaged, that's still a nice little find. I do have another one somewhere, complete. Reasonably undamaged. I don't know if it's worth straightening that up or not. I won't be able to join it even if I do. I'll probably just leave it as it is, I think, play safe. Yeah, so there we go folks, there's the finds from the 2 days detecting. I was out for a fair bit of time really, but the finds were fairly few and far between, so there's not an awful lot of video to show for my efforts, but I was trying. But I'm looking forward to going out again sometime. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.